Hello. We're not in a car. Hi. We've made it back live. This is week 4 of your preseason, right? And we don't have anything for, but as you see, we're going to take you guys through Bops's warm-up. You can only see my belly. We're going to take you guys through Bops's warm-up, and then we're going to take you through a little bit ladder work, and then we're going to maybe do some, if we have time, some ball work with reaction. She's already ran this morning, right? What did you run this morning?
Yeah, I want like interval run, like 10 minutes warm up, and then like 1 minute fast, 1 minute jog, 2 minute fast, 1 minute jog, 3 minutes, 1 minute break, and then go down again. So like a kind of a pyramid.
Yeah, and twice.
About
40 minutes of work. So this is just about getting you guys a little insight into what a reaction fast foot workout would be. Usually though, to be honest, if I was going into this and then a speed workout, which I would do normally, the warm-up alone would take 30 minutes. So we're gonna give you a bit of a shorter version, but you'll get the idea hopefully. So we have a ladder here, and to warm up, she's just gonna do the length of the ladder. Not use it, just use the length of it. Okay, so first I want you to do the form march. Yep. So again, this is her going from nothing. She's jogged a couple times, going straight back to this. Then just jog back. And we'll do everything once for the time. A skip. Usually I would do everything twice, yeah, but now we'll just do everything once. Jog back. B skip. And if you don't know what something is, obviously she'll show you, and otherwise you can go ahead. Yeah. Otherwise you can look online, and if you put in B skip, for example, on YouTube, there's lots of things that you can see. C skip. Here we go. Good. Good. Just jog there and back. Good. I just want nice and easy. Good. Again, normally this would take probably 10 to 15 minutes just doing this type of stuff, but we're going to speed it up for you guys, okay? Now I just want high skips, but by the time you get to the end, you'll hit your highest point. A little bit higher. Good. Good. Now I want you to take more explode, so it's higher, good. Yeah, hold on. Easy. Good. Jog back. Now just over. Then at the other, I want you to really pull up this leg, opposite leg. Yep. This is just so she gets a little bit of stabilization, activating her butt a bit, core, arms. High knees. As many touches as you can. As many touches as you can. Yeah, well done. Walk back, walk back. So again, today is not about getting her heart rate up so much. It's more about you do the work and then you rest. Yep. Sideways. Face me. Good. As many as you can, many as you can. Good. Walk back, nice and easy. And usually in a perfect world, we would do this session first and then she would run later, because face the greens, high knees, because then she would be more explosive and she'd be ready. And especially when you do speed work, you always want to do it when she's really fresh. Okay, you're not going to like this one. Tuck jump, down, broad jump. I can't really jump. I'm 31 weeks pregnant now, so, but.
So I can explain it a bit. It's you jump high, like this, and then directly forward.
Then as far as she can get long-wise.
Yep.
Good. Good. Well done. Okay, so that's about 4 to 5 minutes. Now we're gonna go right into here, band work. She hates this. I think that every footballer should have this because with your gluteus maximus, aka your butt here, it's your biggest muscle. It's one of your biggest muscles, and I would say about 90%, yes, 90%, don't activate their butt when they play. Go ahead, in, on, go on, around your ankles. Yep. 30 seconds. You just come down, squat, just pulse here. You got about 30 seconds. Go, yep. And this was something I learned from a movement specialist when I was 28, and I had to kind of change my movement pattern. And the biggest thing he told me was, so many players don't activate their butt, and it's so important. Eyes up. Good, another 10 seconds. Good, rest. And also you can see so much from when you do it, when a player goes down, they arch their back, which a lot of footballers do because their hip flexors are so tight. So this is just about having a good posture. One more time. And let's go. We can go sideways. Okay. Her dad's coming home. There's Frank. Yep, so good. Don't have your arch. There you go. It's good form here. Okay, stop. If anyone speaks German, here we go. You show me your dad.
It's live on Instagram. So
This is live.
Okay, now going down, squat up to calves.
up the calves.
Yep. Let's just say do 10. Still that same form, yep. Nice and easy, up to your calves. Good, do 10. Getting her butt nice after, you feel it in your butt?
Yeah.
Just do 10. Good. Good, rest. Next one, we're gonna do one more, okay? She's gonna come down. Again, we're all activating the butt. All she's gonna do is balance with the band. She touches forward, back, side, back, back. And then I want her to go the diagonal. This way, you get different platforms. I want you to do 3 each side, nice and slow. And then you can really see balance-wise, for example, when you have a weak hip, people sit different ways. This way is really good. You can try it without a band if you want. Just side, back, there, good. If you're sitting there watching us, I dare you to try the 3, and I guarantee your butt's gonna be burning by the end. Even without the band. The band's a little bit more resistance. Again, she should be very strong in her body. Just 3 each side. Oh, good. Switch, you feel it?
Yeah.
Should feel like almost like a knife is going into your rumpa. Good. And the next thing I always try to teach is head up. Yeah, so many footballers, athletes, when we do footwork, that kind of stuff, their head's down. Yeah, my goal, or what I like to try to do is teach them, is head up. Because in a football game, where's your head? It's up. It should be up. Good. Yep. Okay, off. So again, normally with the ladder, or what we just did, and this, it would be about 15 minutes. We've cut it in about half for 8. Okay, so we're gonna get right into ladder. Again, you can do this in your room if you'd like. You need 10 yards, and you can pretend there's lines there. We've done it with shoes, we have cones, anything that really stimulates it, or you can just watch. This is just different patterns, but all of these are very specific to footballers, all about getting past feet. So let's start, just 2 feet forward. Try to put your head and put your arm back good. Good. And I just want you to walk back. So you can notice Bob's, her arms are going, yeah? Head's trying to be up, and it's all about working down, yep. And then I want you nice and easy back. She did one with her left foot forward, and then she did one with her right foot. Good. Again, you can do this, so you push them with the cardio, but for us, we're just gonna do it nice and easy. 2 feet lateral, so face the garage. Good. Same thing, good, perfect. And even though Bops is walking back, this is still gonna get her heart rate up a bit, so we'll do about 3, and then we'll give her a little bit of an extra rest. Good, yep. Good. We call this next one the Icky Shuffle, okay? Icky was a huge footballer in the States, an American footballer. 1 out, 2 inside, okay? Icky. I want you to this one, I want you to go forward, and I want you to come back, and then you rest.
Okay, forward.
Yep.
Back, rest. Okay.
Again, this is another way you can see, you can really...
One time for you slow, that you know the movement, okay? Like 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
Okay? That's the move.
Good. Head, good. Back. This is also when you go backwards, it's just a different movement and you're firing different types of muscles. Rest. Give you 30 seconds rest. Now, Bops does that very smoothly because she's done this for many years. But if you're just starting with the ladder, anything that you do, the goal is to be fast at the end. Yeah? So normally, if you're just starting doing this, you could just 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah? You can just start here, and then by the time you get faster, your goal is to be the fastest when you get to the last square. And usually what I'm a fan of is that you put a cone about 5 yards out, which we're gonna do now, because in a football game, if you're really doing fast feet, you wouldn't just stop, yeah? You do the ladder, and then you would use this momentum to carry you forward 5 yards, okay? Not straight or anything, just a little bit. Okay, yeah. In, out, jumping. Good. Good. There you go. Perfect. Again, for me, I just like that. So the soccer player, a lot of us take steps back, but a footballer, just to do this, to think about moving your momentum out. I'm a big fan of that because, again, a lot of footballers take a step back before they go forward. Single leg. Again, she doesn't like the miniband, so this just puts a little bit more resistance. Again, and it's just working, just single leg. Okay. Yep. Good. Good. Back. One more other side. Just giving her a bit of a rest, but still a little bit more resistance. Off. I could do a whole series with mini bands, right? Anything forward, backwards, lateral. You could really push it, but we're not trying to kill her today. Okay? Lateral, in and out. And then at the end, I want you just to shuffle out. Okay. This one's called lateral in and out. You can see, got 1 foot, right? 2 in and 2 out. So it's also one you can do with the mini band. Good. Nice and easy, walk back. One more the other way, and then we'll give you another 30 seconds rest. And another thing is, we'll do maybe the last 5 minutes, you can always put a ball in, right? You can come out, touches. So we'll show you different ones that make it fun, more fun for them, a little bit less work, but more soccer specific. Good. Rotation. Okay, you can either do it with your hips, moving them out or not. I want you to really rotate. Everyone really change direction.
So not just by hips,
whole body. Yep. Again, for her, these are common, right? For a lot of people, you'd have no idea to get the footwork. It'd take a while. Good. But for her, she just gets in this flow, and then they have it. One more. Stay. Try to get a little bit faster as you go. Start slower. Good. Hip, arms, eyes. Good, 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 good. And rest. So now we're about halfway, okay? We have a couple more to go in here. And this is about 15 minutes. So normally we go probably 25, 30 total. So you're just getting lifts. And all of these are very specific to football, okay? So you can look, if you Google fast feet, fastest footwork, a lot of these come up in the same one because this is just about getting your feet moving, getting your first touch, first step, etc. A little bit more accelerated. Okay? Now these are going to be a little bit more tempo. Okay? We're going to show them the inside out. So, okay? First, she's going to go this side. Okay? So this will be a 3-in-1. Each movement she'll do separately. Then we're going to put it all together for one. All right? So now again with the hip swivel. Just 1 foot in each. Good. Good. Well done. Okay, so this is A, technically. All right? So this one is just your hipping. It's like you're doing a good salsa move. All right? Other side. Behind. Okay, so this is, a lot of people can turn, you can rotate, okay? This one's all about the hip swivel. This foot I want to try to keep straight, okay? And it just comes with a, again, think a little bit salsa. Ready? Yeah. Go ahead. Good. Well done. You can start her here. She's going to be breathing a little bit harder each round here, okay? So this is B. A and B. Other side. You can also see how good Bob's rhythm is. Oh, that's good this one. Go ahead. Okay. Well done, well done. Yeah. Now, if I wanted to be a big jerk, you could do A, B, and C. Yeah? So A, B, and C would be the A, B, and C is just what we did at the beginning. 1 foot. Yeah? A, B, C. Then you move forward, A, B, C. Yeah? But we're just going to do A and B. So it's just the forward, back, forward. So every time she goes forward, she's going to the next grid. Just wait, do A and B. Try. Good. There you go. Perfect. This one's more just for fun. But as she gets faster, good. She gets a little bit more. This one will get your heart rate up a bit. Yeah, well done. Good job. And usually you're always, normal players will always have one side that is a little bit more coordinated than others. Is your left side better or your right? I guess you'll see for yourself, right?
I think this side is better.
Okay, left foot. Good. 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 All right, so as we give Bops a little bit of rest, okay, we're going to go into the last 3 minutes. We haven't even started doing jumps. The ladder I love is because you can do so many different exercises. You can do hands or you can do upper body weight, which means like you know, push up, okay, inside out. There's so many different things. But now, this last little, we're going to do a little bit of plyos. Plyos is a little bit of jumping, all right? First leg, will be nice to start. All she's going to be doing is different lunges, yeah? every time she goes right foot, left foot in the same box. This is a real burner.
Like fast or?
Yeah, I want you to do more quick exchange than high. You can do it where she gets high or do a little bit quick. So it's all about the exchange. Okay?
So which foot I start to go?
You go. Yeah?
Okay.
Good. Good. Walk back. So you can see her focus was more on the left, right? Switch. Okay? The other way. You guys a bit of a difference, okay? This last one I want height. Okay? So what I mean by that is box is really good, she's really balanced. Okay? This one I want you to get as high as you can. So it's here, 1 foot in each. Okay. So this is not about quickness, it's just about every time you rotate, you try to get as high as you can. My arm coordination wasn't in that one. Okay? All about height. Yeah, good job. All about exploding. This one's about balance. And you guys probably can't see it, but she's sweating. Yeah, well done, Bob. Good. One more quick one, so I want to show you some ball work before we're done here. Okay? Okay? Now we're going to just do single leg. And you can do everything we've just done, you could technically do. But this one, I just want her to go left, inside, outside. You could do the icky shuffle by speed. You could go, okay? That's really balanced. And that will really get your butt burning.
What I always imagine, because I want to work on fast feet, I always imagine the ground is hot, so I want to as fast as possible go through the.
Yeah.
Don't want to touch the ground. Yeah?
Okay. Good. Good. Look at balance, nice and easy. Get out. Yep. Well done. Again, Babs is a profi, yeah? So even me with about 12 more kilos today, yeah? I'm not so balanced, but you can see she's on her toes, her core is engaged.
And I was lucky the last weeks, and that teach me a lot of things. So.
You got that on film, ladies and gents. Okay, go. Good job. Perfect. Now I'm going to show you real quick some of the exercises. Everything we've done so far, you can technically do with the ball. All right, so one for a side advantage here, okay? 2 feet forward, 1 back, okay? Every time you come forward, forward, back. Every time forward, you get a ball from me. Okay. Okay? Yeah. Yep. Good. Good. Switch to left foot. Yeah. Good. Good. One more jump one that I'm a fan of. You go 2 forward, 1 back. 2 forward, 1 back. You can do sideways, forward. You can really be imaginative with this type of stuff.
But I touch everyone, yeah?
No, I'm just saying. So this one, this time, she's going to do icky shuffle, but she's going to bound. So it's going to be 2, bound, and when she bounds, the inside foot, I'll be throwing her the ball. So it's also balanced.
Okay. So,
Throw it at angle so I'm not in the way. Okay? Then technically we can do the same thing back. Again, it's just balance, right? Same thing back. Good. I can also say double touch, top of the foot. Ready?
yeah.
want to do headers and really explode. Okay? That's actually okay. What I want her to do is this one, is she's going to sprint 3 forward, 2 back. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When I throw it to her, she heads it. Okay? Stays in the ladder. It's all about quick feet. I throw her once, I throw her twice. I'm going to be more side, so she has to come up and hit to the side. Okay? 3 forward, 2 back. Yep. Good. Up. Yeah. Good. I can see a little bit of both sides. And all of these you can come up with. You just want to think, what is soccer specific? What can I show her? What are the different angles? What are the different stabilities that they have to go through? I think women especially, we have hips, right? For situations like babies coming out, okay? And at this day and age, people are starting to focus on football when they're 13, 14 years old. So I played all different types of sports until I was in college. Knock on wood, I never had a knee injury, and I think that was because instead of just focusing on football, I did American football, I did basketball. So all these different changes of direction and different planes, like I had the muscles. A lot of women footballers, our hips are big, quads are dominant, and hip flexors. So our back chain, which is big, doesn't work as well as it should. It's not dominant. So then that's why you see a lot of people ACLs. So I think the more you can do is different stabilization, the more times you can look in different types of, changing direction and being stable and not letting your hips control. For women football especially, the better chance you have with no knee injuries, in my professional opinion. Okay? Now I just want you to do, so now we got 4 minutes left. Quick feet, one in each, as fast as you can. One. Just one. Go. And then at the end of the session, again, this is a very short session. I could do this, when I did this with her in Magda last week, I think the session was an hour and 15, just this type of movement. At the end, you always want the player to feel good. Their head's tired, they've been using left and right, they've done different platforms, the body's tired. Just get good feeling. Again, same thing as fast as you can. Up. Yeah. Now I want you to do karaoke. Everybody knows karaoke, yeah? This is what a lot of people do to warm up. A lot of people do it where they want you to switch your hips. When you're in the ladder, I want you to switch your hips as quick as you can. Forward and back, it's tight. Good. Good, and rest. A little heart rate, a little killer. 2 forward, 1 back. 1, 2. 2 forward, 1 back. 2 feet each. Good. Hold on. Boy. Are you okay? She didn't get injured here, folks, okay? Last killer. Same thing, but I want you 1 foot jumps. Again, every one of these you can do 1 foot, 2 feet, change directions, jumps, hops.
What do you mean? 1 leg jump?
Yep. 2 forward, 1 back. Last 2 right here. I want your knees to hit my head. Yep. Go. Good. So, like I said, she could do one where she's jumping, and then she's really exploding up, yeah? And that means every time she comes up, it's not quickness, it's more explosion. So then she would really be working on getting her knee to my hand. This one's more for quick feet.
You can do it on the other side.
Yeah, okay. So this is a more explosion version of this. Ready? Yeah. Good. Up, good. Now quick. see a little bit of the difference. Good, and explode. So that gets us to about 30 minutes so far. When we get off the phone with you, I'll put her through a little bit more, and that will be just reactions. So we'll go into my favorite thing of a box, for example, and she wants a little bit of ball work, okay? So the ladder's done, and this is just a way you can do a little bit with the ball. Can you bring those two back?
Yeah.
We'll go into that little 4 square that we usually do, okay? And I'll be able to work on my touch, and she'll be working on her touch. And so you see here, you get in the box, they don't need to see me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Name the 4 cones. 1 touch, 2 touch, 1. Okay, this 1 touch is good. 1, 2. Good. This way, 3, 4. 1, 2. Last one, come on. Good. 4, 1. 1. Good. Rest. So that's just something you can be creative, dynamic. I'm working on my touch. She's working on her touch. It's reaction. Another one that I love. Don't know where here it is. I'll just show you real quick. Another one I love is kind of the same thing, but with a tennis ball, because they have to work on eye coordination. So come here, face me here, then they can see it. Again, this one you don't need a lot of space, okay? She's gonna work 20 seconds, and her ball is just not to let the ball drop. Ready? Quick feet in the middle. Good. She always has to come back in the middle. Good, and this one, get her heart rate up. Oh, yeah, well done. A little bit high and coordination. Good. Come on, 2 more. Last one. Yeah, and always back in. Perfect, good job. All different little fun things. Keep the player engaged and have a fun time. So we appreciate you guys walking. We're glad we could be live again. She's sweating. You can't see it, but she is. Now we're gonna keep going on for another 15, 20 minutes, but again, today was your 2nd day of the week?
Yeah.
So 2 sessions, then tomorrow, what's your plan?
Tomorrow my plan is to make a heavy lift. Include some jumps also.
Explosive stuff.
Explosive jumps on the box or over some hurdles or whatever. And on Friday I'm gonna have an interval run again, and on Saturday a little bit a longer run and like a mobilization, stabilization.
And this is the top of your preseason week, right? Because then you have 5, 6, or when do you start to come down again for? Because they got the official start date, which is July 13th. July 13th?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So this will be up 2 weeks.
So I don't know exactly the date, but it will be in the middle of July, and you want to have a little bit of rest before because you want to go fresh in the preseason. So.
And this is technically pre-preseason because in preseason you still have 2 months more.
Yeah,
That's the rumor. September they start. So thanks for joining, guys. We hope you learned a little bit. And she still has some work to do.
Okay.
Ciao.
See you.